What's going on, fellow Marvel Legends collectors? This is Solid Dave Snake, continuing my reviews on the Avengers Age of Ultron, Marvel Legends Infinite series, Build-A-Figure Thanos, Hulk review. And this Hulk is based off of how Hulk looks in the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. So, in this face sculpt, you can tell that Bruce Banner is under there a little bit, the actor that plays him in the movie, and we'll take a close look at that in a second. But the single accessory that he comes with is the right arm for the Build-A-Figure Thanos. So, since he is such a big action figure, he came with one of the smaller Build-A-Figure pieces. Thanos' left arm comes with either Spider-Woman or Hellcat, and includes his head as well. So you have to get Hulk to get the right arm, and Hulk himself is a massive Marvel legend, about the same exact size as the Build-A-Figure Green Goblin from last year's Spider-Man wave. And to give you a little idea of how he compares in size to normal 6-inch Marvel legends, put Spider-Man up there, and this Spider-Man is actually even a little tall compared to some of the figures, so give you a good idea how tall he is. So you get a lot for your money, and I've always liked action figures like that ever since I was a little kid. The bigger ones, it just seems like you get a lot more for what you pay for, and that's how it is with this Hulk here. And we'll just take a look at him from head to toe before we get into the articulation. And I'm going to have to put him on his knees to be able to get his head in camera here. Get a little focus going on and give you a good look at this Hulk head sculpt. And they did a great job with it. He looks pissed off, gritting his teeth. You can see the actor that plays Bruce Banner under there a little bit. I think you can definitely make that out. So excellent head sculpt with this. Good job on the hair, even the top of the head. All nice and messy. And the actual body and arms, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the paint color is a little darker. Well, it's not the paint, it's the actual plastic. There really is no paint on his body. So the color of the plastic on the arms and the body is a little different. This almost looks like a more lighter green, and this is a little darker. Same thing with the head. It looks a little darker like the arms. And the legs look a little darker too. So whatever plastic they use for the body here, the green doesn't exactly match up. But one thing I love about his sculpt is these sculpted in veins running down his arms, down his biceps. Doesn't really have that effect on his actual body. No veins running through his body. Of course, his back is ripped. And instead of having the ripped blue jeans like Hulk always has, or should I say purple jeans, he's got these purple Avenger pants on. I guess that were specially made for him. We'll find out when we watch the movie. But they got the same little A logo that Captain America has on his shoulders in this wave. So they kind of have their team insignia on their outfits now. And he even has that sculpted vein look down on his feet here, which I really like. They even did a good job sculpting the nails. There is detail all through there. Be nice if they would have painted them a different color. So there's not much paint difference on this figure except for on the head and of course the purple uniform pants with the red lines and insignias. But all in all, if you're a good customizer, I'm sure you could add a couple little extra details in there, like color variation on his nails. He has no color variation, just like on his toenails with his fingernails as well. But Articulation wise, he is neat for a Hulk. His head's on a ball joint, so it'll rotate all the way around. It won't look that far back, but it will look a little bit down. On the shoulders, he's got a ball joint and hinge, which will go really far up. About 90 degrees actually. But they will rotate all the way around. And he's got a cut at the bicep, which will rotate all the way around. Double hinged elbows, which I was really surprised with. A lot of these bigger figures sometimes will only put single jointed elbows. But be careful with this. You kind of almost have to individually move that middle piece, because his arms are so big it feels like you're going to break it. I can't even move that right now. But he does have the ab crunch, which will go pretty far forward and really far back too. Although if you keep putting it back, you can see a big gap in that area. So that's not too cool. And at the hips, he doesn't have a waist cut at all. But at the hips, he can do a full split, because it's on that ball joint and hinge. And you can rotate it all the way around there as well. And he also has a cut at the upper thigh, which will rotate all the way around too. And he has double jointed knees, which will go that far back and back straight. And his feet are on a hinge, which will go that far back and a little far forward. And you can get the ankle pivot out of him. And of course he has peg holes on the bottom of his feet. So all in all, I really like this Hulk. Like I said, I always like getting bigger figures and waves. And this Hulk did not disappoint. He will fill up the entire package whenever you see him in stores. So, alright guys, that'll wrap up my review for Hulk. And stay tuned, I will have the review for Spider-Woman up next. So I'll catch you then, guys. Later.